All right, getting into this one here. This was sent to me by Modern Fuel. This is their new adjustable bolt pen with a clip. Bolt action pen with a clip. This is already on the website, so I'm either a little late getting to it or they were a little late getting it to me. They are starting a new outreach program, sending out some product to creators, I guess, in an event to maybe get some feedback. But I would suggest maybe you get some of that information, get some of those products out before you send it to the market, because how are you going to get the feedback and make changes? I don't know. I'm a little perplexed on that one, because this only did arrive just a couple of days ago. So I wanted to start taking a look through it and just figured I'd hit record and see where it goes. Now, some of the specifics are the weight. This is in stainless steel. They do have some other options, brass, copper, titanium, and this one is in stainless steel. This is also coming in at just under $100. So the others are a touch over, with I believe the titanium being $139. It comes in weighing in 23.2 grams. Overall length is 5 3/8, and the diameter is 0.366 inches. So, pretty good dimensions. It came with a Pilot G2, which I immediately took out and replaced it with, what do we have here? An LR7. I was trying a few different LR7s that I have, and some of the micro adjustments that you can make, because this is an adjustable pen, adjustable to the refill. So you can micro adjust how you want the tip to protrude out of the tip, the refill protrude out of the tip of the pen. So on first feels pretty good in hand. They also have an option without the rings. You can get a smooth option. I think I would prefer just a touch more weight on mine. So right away, I looked at some of the parts and pieces that they send you, so you can go ahead and change your refill. I did that, and what I immediately noticed is the tremendous amount of tip wiggle. It's significant and audible. Yeah, that's not a great feature, having that much wiggle. The action is good. I do like the action. A little gritty, but that's got to break in, and I would expect that to be on a majority of pens that are brand new, that haven't had too many cycles through the system. Let's see here. Let's get back. My initial impressions are the tip wiggle is no good. The clip, very large. Aesthetically, it just looks very large. If we look at another pen and compare it, we have a Smooth Precision pen, and you can see this clip is just significantly bigger, and there's really no need for it, the function of it. Here's a Confounded Machine, which is a pen that is longer in overall length, but still has a more aesthetically pleasing, because of, I guess, the taper down. This is a more aesthetically pleasing clip. This is just very large, clunky looking, bulky. It doesn't look like there's much design feature in it. Again, I do like the path. It is a J path. It is short, easy throw. I appreciate that. Kind of like that Smooth Precision pen. It has a short throw. Now, I have upgraded or have changed the springs to a much stiffer spring, so I get a much snappier feedback, and I would definitely need to be changing that in this. This is a very soft spring, and if we take a look at it, I even did pull it out a little bit to try and increase the tensile strength of it. But this is a pretty flimsy, pretty flimsy spring that came with it, and the result is you don't have snappy action. The clip, being that it's so thin and long, is quite flexible. I mean, maybe that helps if you're trying to get it over material. Not a huge fan of it. It's also very sharp, and the corners don't seem to be rounded quite enough, or if maybe that's called a chamfer, I'm not really sure. But you can see here, this is not catching on the thumb. Your thumb kind of can roll right off the corner. Here, it does get caught up. This is a sticking point, and this is sharp. And there's just a lot, this just seems like there's a lot of play in there. So what you can do is you can unscrew this cap. Then there is comes with a tool here. Pull out this little nut that allows you to remove the clip. You remove the clip, and then you can interchange these different spacers, so you can dial in and micro adjust your how you would like your tip, refill tip, to be extracted or protrude from the tip of the pen. So I have this one set up how I like it. It's just how I aesthetically like it, and that was easy enough. I do really like the option. Do I really like the option? I don't know. That you can have multiple refills for one pen. If you absolutely loved the pen, that would be cool if you had a few different refills you wanted to switch through. I don't know how much switching of refills, though, you need to do. Now, maybe if you really liked a Parker or a Jetstream, a Uni Jetstream in a Parker size, and that was just your absolute favorite refill and you wanted it in this pen, then I guess that meets the need. And I guess it also saves them from having to make a Pilot size pen and an Energel size pen and a Parker size pen, where you can just, instead of trimming the refills, you can just might do the micro adjustment, which I'm also assuming is the reason why we're having such tip wiggle, is because they have to make this pen accept several different refills. And now this is first impressions. They just sent it to me. I haven't spent any real time with it, as I was kind of just going through, tinkering around with what they sent. I figured, you know what, I might as well just get my first thoughts on the pen and what I was experiencing in real time. There was no expectation for me to do anything. When they reached out, they said they send it to me. I can do whatever I want, make a video, not make a video. There was I wasn't being paid for anything. It was simply, they wanted to reach out to new people, maybe extend their reach. But again, I would say those kind of things, I think, would have to be done before you go to market, because maybe there's something in my initial opinion or preferences that resonates with other people and maybe resonates with the designers, and the feedback could have been adjusted before this hits the website, because it's available. They're all available, all the variants and the different materials. And maybe they care, maybe they don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm just one person with a small following, so I have no idea, really. It was their communication was not really fluid. They would send me a message, I would get right back to them, and just time would go on and I wouldn't hear anything back. I'd have to reach out a second or third time, to no avail. Then I'd get a message, we're in the process. Great. I did, being that I've never owned any other Modern Fuel pens, I did ask them to send a side click or whatever their other pen was that preceded this. that email was not responded to and nothing else came in the package. So either they just weren't interested in sending me another pen, or the person didn't check the message or relay the message to who knows, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is what showed up. I think it's for under $100. I'm going to have a tough time placing it above the Right Choice paint company, and I'm certainly going to have a tough time placing it above the Aerocrafted. Now, the Aerocrafted is a click pen, so and their Contrail is a capped pen, so maybe that's not a great comparison. But if I only had $100 to spend on a pen, I'd be looking in that direction. You could check an earlier video I did just a few weeks back on the Right Choice Paint Company, who released a frag bolt pen, and that one was also under $100. So you have a pretty good comparison there. That was an Energel refill. This again comes stock with a G2, but is adjustable. So does have a fidget factor. I just do not love this corner here. These top corners, pretty sharp. Clip just looks overly sized for the pen. Maybe you could keep the length and maybe the width at the top if you tapered it down a touch, kind of like this Confounded machine. It's got a little more of a pleasing aesthetic to it. Here we have, again, the Smooth Precision pen with just an overall smaller clip and almost the same exact size pen in length and diameter. So, Modern Fuel, thank you very much for sending me this pen. It was cool to have you reach out. I'm appreciative of it. And I think this pen is close to you hitting it out of the park, but it's just not there yet. Just not there yet. But I think you're on the path. I think you're on the right path. And I wish you guys the best. And I'd love to do more with you in the future. If you have another iteration or a variant, or you feel I just didn't get the great experience on the quality of this one that was sent out. In any event, go check them out. I don't have anything to gain from this. There's no coupon code. There's nothing. This is what showed up. The box, no paper, no nothing. This is just this. Just the box came in the package. So it's what it is. All right. Well, thanks for checking this video out. I had fun receiving something from a company, and that's my impression, my initial impression. Don't know if there'll be a follow-up. I just have other pens that I have an affinity for that are going to, be reached for before this. The titanium might be a cool one to check out just because of the weight, and maybe that changes some of the dynamics. Not sure if the clip is the same or the titanium, if there's a titanium clip. But there you go. It's the Modern Fuel bolt action pen with a clip in stainless steel. All right, thanks for checking it out. Have a good one.